Hello, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Doing Stupid Shit So You Don't Have To. The show I thought that would never come back, but companies keep on making me do them. Today is the 27th of December 2018, and it's also my 7th vape-anniversary, and as now unfortunately has become tradition, I get to make myself feel sick in front of you for your sadistic viewing pleasures. Have fun, bastards. Today's one, you might be a little bit curious by the title, 9 volts to the face. 9 volts to the face is basically what a lot of kids did to themselves when they were younger, misspent youth, or when they go, what, lick a battery. I'm not licking a battery today, so for anyone, I know I've probably lost about 100 viewers straight off there going, oh, you're going to lick a battery, I don't know what I know about this, I'm going to go away. No, I'm not licking the battery today. It's an e-liquid. It's from a company I've had a little bit of problems with, actually since day one, funny enough. It's an e-liquid from Head Candy, and it is this. They have released 9 volt vapes. Now, anyone who's had the maybe misfortune to try their sweets will know that you get a rather weird effect when you actually do the sweets. My problem with them started at the May Vapor Expo in Birmingham. They were there, Head Candy, I didn't think much of it at the time. Went over there, and the guy gave me a sweet, offered me a sweet. Now, as anyone who's had any experience with Vapor Expos knows, it's not uncommon to go to a booth and be offered sweets. It's probably the only area where it's acceptable to accept sweets from strangers. But he offered me a sweet, and it's a Vapor Expo, so I'm expecting that they've got e-liquid or something like that, and that's just their name for their juice. But then I found out that was actually the product. I tried it. The initial flavour was unusual, I think. It's supposed to be like 100 or 1,000 flavours hitting at once, and kind of tasted alright, a bit weird. Then I started to notice the fizz and the tingle on the tongue. And I thought, oh, that's a bit different. Then it got stronger, and then it got stronger. And then it turned into what could be referred as severe pins and needles effect over my tongue, and that was the whole tongue as well. And when I was about, I think from the age between about 13 and 14, I used to suffer severe migraines, and the sensation I was getting in my tongue was the exact bit when I used to have half my body go numb. When the half the body went numb, it was usually the precursor that the banging headache would start exploding on the other side, and it reminded me a lot of that. And I started to go a bit white. I was there with my friend Simon, and he was basically saying, "Are you alright, mate? You don't look good." But he wasn't enjoying the sweet either. Then it went to it. If I just kept on my tongue, alright, it was a horrible sensation, I'd have probably been alright. But then I felt it starting to pins and needles in my throat. And that was just pins and needling right near my stick trigger. Just like, and eventually I just turned white and had to run off to the toilet. Spat the sweet out, ran to the toilet, spoke to God on big white telephone in Swahili for 10 minutes, and I kind of came back, saying, what the hell is in your sweets? I've just thrown up. Now, had the company at that particular point have just gone, oh my God, are you alright? Or, here's a glass of, here's some water or something like that, we just want to make sure you're alright. Their exact answer was, oh, well, we've given out thousands today. No one's had that reaction. No one's had that reaction. No one, oh, don't know, that can't be sweet. Oh, don't know, what's wrong? I don't know, it's all natural, mate. It's all natural. And the fact that they, alright, you're in a public space, you don't want the embarrassment when you're launching a product. But if someone's physically been sick on your product, you kind of want to maybe move them to one side and just make sure they're okay. Or, we'll note this and we'll look into it for you. Just something little like that. But if one person's had that reaction, I don't care if you've given out 1,000 sweets. There's going to be more than one person that's had that reaction. And I was a bit arsed, to be honest, about the way they dealt with it. It was kind of, oh, please, fuck off, you make this look bad, we can't sell any sweets. Did get my goat up a little bit. May have started a little bit of a war. Yeah, but, yeah, what's it? I did go around a lot, what's in your sweets, what's in your sweets. And I can fully understand that as a company, just like Coca-Cola, they can't tell me what's in that sweet, because they don't want the recipe getting out. I'll be fair, I can't see any other company wanting to use that effect in their stuff. Really not if they don't want to sell more than one of the product. So that went on backwards and forwards a little bit. In the end, they did actually offer me a chance to visit their site, actually where they make the stuff, to explain what makes that, what actually does give that effect. And also, I mean, they've told me here that, I mean, that's how you appreciate we're not at liberty to release the complete breakdown of ingredients for commercial proprietary reasons. However, if you wish to visit our site, I'm happy to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So I couldn't actually pass the information on to you guys because some of the emails, some of the DMs and stuff I've received, messages I've received in my inbox, I wasn't the only one who felt a bit dicky after these sweets. There was quite a few people that started to come forward after I made it public about how I felt about them, that they'd not had a good experience on these sweets as well. I mean, they came in 3 strengths. I think it didn't help that they offered me a red one. So they offered me the strongest one. The amount of people that go, oh my god, you had a red one, I feel so sorry for you. That doesn't sound like a product that anyone in their right mind will buy. They're not cheap either. I mean, 12 sweets, I can't remember exactly how much it is. But that box of 12 sweets is going to last you a hell of a long time. Because you're really not going to, you're going to do one and get a bit and go, oh, too much can't be doing with that. And there's going to be about another 3 months before you can get yourself and have another sweet. Or you've left them somewhere. So I can't quite see how the business model's going to be going on that one. But yeah, we'd be pleased to explain what we're using and give you a demonstration of the components. What I can confirm is that they all adhere to the highest toxicology testing and food regulation standards. Should you wish to arrange a visit, please email us at blah 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 blah, set up something new year. I replied back, so thank you for the replies, appreciate it, fully understand why you can't disclose, especially on any medium that could be copied or stored. My issue is that if the effect just stayed on the tongue, it wouldn't be so bad, but when you swallow it, then it affects the throat, and then it will finish me off. It does exactly feel like the pins and needles you used to get when I had a migraine. Anywhere this liquid touches, mouth, lips, tongue, or throat in vapor form reacts. Maybe on the bottle include the word natural ingredients in the ingredients list, as it's not just VG, PG, and grape. It isn't, that's all it says on there. If you went into it not having a clue what head candy was, and you tried a bit and then got that effect, but had an effect that wasn't great for you, this company's now got issues. It's got issues anyway. But this company's now got issues. I don't care how much you've been tested and yeah, I appreciate what you're saying. Oh, and they finally apologise. I'm sorry you got this negative reaction. The pins and needles can be quite disquieting. This is actually a physical... No, this is what a question I've got for the company. The actual effect you get on your tongue and elsewhere is this. This is actually a physical manifestation of taste. Okay. Whereby some of your taste receptors are being mechanically vibrated. That's so good there, doesn't it? If it was chili, for example, you would sense hot or menthol cold. These taste receptors are not used very often, hence the weird sensations. And then they thank me for the points I made up on the label, because the fact is, this is an e-liquid. There is no under 18 anywhere on that. There is no not for sale to minors. There is no under 18 or above can only use this product on there. Common sense in this day and age. There is a load of bollocks on this. A lot of this you'll just look at and just go, and mainly that area there, it's just bollocks. I mean, the warnings basically say more worried about the PG. Contains PG. So does 99% of all other e-liquids. That's never been, well, it's a 70, well, this is a weird one. This apparently is a 70-30 and a 1.5%. And that makes 101.5% in my books, and I'm pretty decent at maths. Sure, you can't get more than 100%, so yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's just bollocks. The other reason I wanted to do this today, so you could all physically see the effects of this, on me anyway. Obviously with different things like this, some people are more susceptible to it, some people have got more resistance to it. I apparently have got all resistance to it. And that's the problem they're going to have. I'm just going to get on with this. The choice state will be the drag 2. I'm rambling a lot on this one because there's a lot of information I wanted to get out, and also I'm a bit fucking nervous about doing this again. Look, I've had this for 3 weeks. That's how much I've done out of 60ml. So you can just see that at the top there. That's how much I've done. I've done next to fuck all in 3 weeks. This is a weird one as well. I'll say why this is a weird one. Never before have I had 6 vendors who got, because the only reason I've got this is because it come in the Vapourand box. No nick. I added my own nick to it. I added a nick shop to it. So this is around about a 70-30 plus 1.5% or something else. Around about 70-30 VG/PG. And I wouldn't have known about this, I say, if Vapourand hadn't put this in. As soon as I saw the word fucking head candy on it, I went a bit. But the unusual thing is, I had about 5 or 6 vendors who received this box before I did, because mine got red carded, so I had to go to the post office pick up the next day. On the Friday, when the other guys received theirs, I got 5 or 6. That was 5. 5 vendors actually messaged me on Facebook and warned me about this. Not knowing my history with head candy, they warned me about this, saying that it's the vilest e-liquid they've ever had the misfortune to try. Every shop in the local area, round the Gloucester one and round Norwich, that I've let the staff try this, I think the 2 words that did spring to mind was fuck off. That really was. No, I'm not correct. I found 1 customer, you know what I mean, and this has gone round about 35 people. 1 customer went, that's not bad. And that was it. That's not bad. 34 other people went and said, that is utter shite. So, of course, doing stupid shit has to stand in, and we have to show you these effects, because that's the way I celebrate my King Vapourversary for you bastards. Weapon of choice today will be the Drag 2, and it has got the AIM-09 Evo Dripper from Asvape dual core to 0.29. Not looking forward to this. First off the bat, actually before I drip this, yes, I am stalling. I don't really want to do this, to be honest. This doesn't make me feel very well. Colour. Well, what is that? We have basically got what can only be described as a incredibly cloudy bladder infection urine sample there. You really cannot generally see through it. I'm not a fan of cloudy juices. It kind of makes me wonder. Must be all those natural ingredients. Other things I will say about this. God, I'm rambling because this juice really pisses me off. What a company was thinking. This is what we were really after. Here we go. Oh, God. Now, the flavour of this is supposed to be great, with a mouth-tingling fizz. I'm going to start off quite low. I'm going to start at 46 watts, which with this setup is currently around about 3.7 volts. Wish me luck, I might need this. As always, with doing stupid shit, I will take at least 3 hits. This has kind of got a multiplier effect on this juice, and the more you take in, the worse the effect gets. I have been on and off trying this e-liquid, mainly for the sake I'm trying to train my throat not to react so quickly to if it does go, because it doesn't always go there as well. That's another thing I'll bring up after I've done the first puff on this. Here we go. First hit, not too bad. Kind of a slightly acidic grape flavour. Not too bad. Actually, it weirdly comes across more slightly a bit grapefruity than grape, but there is that acidic grape aftertaste. No effect on the tongue as yet. And this is the other problem I've got with this shit. Whatever ingredient is in this to cause that effect don't think it blends. I don't think it plays very well, because you will get dead areas where you just get kind of ish grape flavour. You won't get a fizz. You won't get that sensation. You'll just get the. It's very splotty, the actual effect in it as well. So sometimes you can go 3 or 4 hits and just go, I'm just getting grape, I'm just getting grape. You just get a mild little fizz, and then you'll take another one, and it will just kick right off and affect every area going. So the actual effect in here is not blending properly with the rest of the juice. Not that, to be fair, I'm quite happy for these little blank moments of no effect, but yeah, you do go get nothing from that apart from a grape. Kind of grapefruity that is, kind of grapefruity mixed with grape. Slightly weird. And then you're doing one like that. I'll tell you something, alright. It'll be a fruit hit as well. I'm assuming that because of this mysterious ingredient called BVX. Another bollocks loads of initials that you normally get for hair products. I'm not saying that what's in there is a hair product, right? What I'm just saying is if you look on the ingredients of a hair bottle, then you get this naturally revitalizing blah 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 CX9 cubicle capsule. Oh, bollocks. It's bollocks. It's never had a water. That's all it is. Right, starting to get a little bit of effect on the tongue with that one. You might notice my talking goes a little bit weird at the moment. Don't get it, is that? It's not that great, to be honest. I'm not getting such a strong hit on this. But it is just starting. And it does feel like a fizz at this stage. Just on the end of the tongue. Something about working on the taste bud receptors. The taste receptors. Which does raise another question. Why does it affect my lips? I might be stupid here. Actually, a few of you will probably agree to that fact that I am stupid. But what I don't get is, why does it affect my lips? If it's supposed to affect my taste receptors. I've got no taste receptors here. I've got no taste receptors here. Why do I get pins and needles in my lips? It's obviously, it's an irritant. And that's why it's happening. Funny enough, I did have a look via Google. Google is your friend, sometimes. And I was talking about, what can cause like pins and needles in the tongue, lips and throat. And near enough 100% of them did come up with probably a food allergy could cause this effect. I know your toxicology's been done, I know your food and all this sort of been done, but really, that doesn't sound good to me. Might not be that. That's the answer that Google's given me. And it wasn't just for one site, it was like the top 10 sites that popped up all said the same thing on that. I think that one having a stroke, which some people might believe as well. Starting to get a bit catchy in the throat. The tongue's now going a lot more. It's now going more like licking a 9-volt battery. It's kind of getting that pins and needles. The problem with this over the sweet is well, actually, some people might want it better, but I can't see anyone buying more than one bottle anyway. I can't see anyone getting through a bottle. That 60ml is going to last until well past its expiry date. Right. And the problem here now is, that is all jumping around on my tongue now. The pins and needles is properly kicking in. I'm not putting a lot of power in this. I will raise the power on. Bell end. But also here now, it's starting to pins and needly on the lips. Now that kind of insinuates this is more an irritant against soft tissue than it's mechanically vibrating your taste buds that you hardly ever use and never knew was there. There's chili in there. The only reason you know chili burns is because it's an irritant. The whole reason if you've got extreme menthol on your tongue goes, oh my god, that's cold, is because it's an irritant. And that's what's happening. So that's gone quietly numb now. That's starting to like the dentist has fucked up and injected your tongue into your tongue instead. But I'm getting on the lips as well. That's quite stingy on that soft bit here and that soft bit there. But it does feel actually quite stingy. As it's like pins and needles. It's like sitting on your, you know, when you get up and you've got a bit of a dead foot and then it starts coming back and you get that every time you touch your foot. Kind of like that. Other thing I find that if you breathe in through your mouth when that starts going, it enhances the effect on your tongue and on your lips. The reason I'm coughing at the moment, because it is also now affecting hair. And it does get really irritating down there when it's, but it does feel like, even though that's wet, the sensation I have in my mouth with that pins and needles is it feels like a dry spot on my tongue. But it shouldn't be affecting my lips. It shouldn't be. If this just affects your taste receptors, this should not be affecting your lips. It should not be affecting your throat. There was a fuck up there. Have got to say that apparently this is now coming out in a free flavour range. Why? To be fair, and I mean, not right. This is just my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong. This could be the best seller of the year. But no, I don't know where you'd be selling it, to be fair, because every vendor I've spoke to have said that is fucking vile. We will not be stocking that at all. When the actual owner of the shop has gone, you can fuck off, kind of means they won't be selling your product. So I don't know why. I wouldn't have gone free flavours on this straight away. I'd have just done this to see what the general reaction between the actual vendors was. And then maybe expanded the range into free. Numbing on the tongue and the throat is quite going now. I'm going to raise this up. To be fair, I've probably already had more hits on this than actually anyone who tried it in a shop that I took this to would. There we go. I've gone up to 59 watts because I'm a twat. Right. Throat hit is horrendous. It's pull. Throat's gone now. Not touching that anymore and get fucked. Pure acidic. It really is. It's just like pure stomach acid. It's like a sort of manky over mature grape. It's like cheap pish wine. There's like 5 bottles for £3 down at Old Things. Other places to buy cheap pish is available. The effect on my tongue has gone into overdrive. Just by going up more, obviously more power, it was more vapour, it was more trouble for me. As you can now hear, my throat has gone. Oh, my eyes are gone as well. I'm literally crying at them. The effect on my citrate, it basically is like swallowing vomit. You know when all the stomach acid comes up. You know that thing that you do twice a year for no apparent reason. When you burp, a little bit of sick comes up as well. And for no apparent reason. You don't spit it out like a sensible person. But you swallow. And yeah, it's that. But that was like real concentrated shit, over fermented grapey wine with stomach acid. With the added bonus is my throat pinging around left, right, and centre now through the effect of this. This only, as said by the company, this only affects your taste buds, your taste receptors. I have no taste receptors in my throat. I have no taste receptors in my lips. It's an irritant. It's irritating the fuck out of my throat and my lips. No one's going to buy more one. Alright, I'll say this to the company now. Alright, my opinion, no one is going to buy more than one bottle of this. And no one in their right mind is going to get through a bottle themselves before they chuck it. It's going to go out of date before even the most masochistic person finishes a bottle. It's just starting to subside a little bit on my tongue. My lips are still pinging around left, right, and centre. My throat does feel a little bit closed in. There is something in this that I really do not get on with. And there's no warmers whatsoever, allergy warmers. There is something in here that really my body doesn't get on with. And it's something I think should be warned to people before even sending it. Even stitching people up with this one, you're not careful. Other problem I've got with this, yes. Another problem I know I hear you say is this, my dripper now, thanks to this wonderful invention, is now going to have to be washed, completely sterilised, washed. I'm going to have to recoil, I'm going to have to re-wick. Now the problem with this juice, well, one of the many, but another problem with this juice, it sticks to everything. I mean, it sticks to everything. It will stick to your coils, it will stick to your wick, it will stick to your dripper, and do not put it in a tank, otherwise you will be lobbing your tank. That horrible little effect, that bonus effect that they added to this to make it so different from everyone else, next liquid you put in here, it will do it again. And you'll give that a full blowout and you squirt some more juice on, and that will do it again. It will do it for about 3 goes. This is bad enough if you've done it on hit. If you've stupidly put about 5 ml of that in a tank, after about 4 hits you will be emptying your tank. But it will stick to your pre-made. It will stick to your pre-made coils. It will stick to your tank glass. You potentially could have just fucked the tank up, because for the next 3 or 4 goes afterwards, you'll still be getting this effect. And the whole reason you emptied your tank in the first place is because you don't want that fucking effect in your tank. So never ever put this in a tank. Bad enough in one of these, to be fair. But this is easier to clean out. And I mean, it had to have a complete vodka bath just to get the effect out of this dripper. I'm not having any more of that. This is the one juice that has made me stop doing stupid shit, so you don't have to show a little bit earlier than normally. I know it's been nearly half an hour, because I'm a rambling bastard. But, personal opinions, do not touch this with a fecking barge pole. I probably won't take them up on the offer to go to their thing, because this is just bollocks. It is. Runny nose and everything. Oh, so much snot. Just because of it is starting to calm down on my throat now. But my throat is just a little rough because obviously I've retched a couple of times and stomach acid has come up with that horrible, and it is a really vile grape I've got with. It tastes like tramp wine. It's really really manky, over fermented grape. And the effect, well, as you can see from this video, got right raw throat now, isn't the greatest in the world. All that leaves me to do now is to wish you all I hope you've had a really, really, really great Christmas, and I hope you have an even better Happy New Year. I'm now going to strip my throat down and try to enjoy the rest of my vaporversary. So on behalf of myself, Darren Stone, Head of the Department of Inhaled Vapours, I bid you all a very good day, and I hope to see you again in the new year. Have a good one, people.